Really all you need are 7 guys to win a lot of games.
And for the TY Tigers, we talked about Kyevi in the season. He's been having Duke Reese over 8 points a game. Same thing for Rashad Reed. Giante O'Brien, his senior season, brings a lot of length, determination, just a physical presence out on the floor. And then DJ Corbin, the sophomore, we'll see what he's able to do against this physical Shelby lineup.
Well, I think one of the big things for the Tigers tonight is they average 13 offensive rebounds a game, so they're going to have to be really active on the offensive glass. And they average almost forcing 13 turnovers in the game. So they want some live ball turnovers and some baskets in transition against this Shelby basketball team. But that's going to be a challenge because you have a player right here that's being introduced, Alex Bruskotter, that's just done it all. He can handle the basketball, he can make great decisions, and then he can step up and he can score.
Yeah, I think arguably one of the 5 best players in Division II in the entire state. He's a giant out there, 6'7", he runs point forward. You look at the assist numbers, I think that's really what jumps out on the page.
Yeah, I mean, he's probably definitely going to be a first-team All-Ohio player, and if you not, and probably will be a candidate for Mr. Basketball in the state of Ohio. I mean, he may not win it, but to be one of those probably top 5 kids in the state, he's going to have that chance.
Bruskotter getting his palms on the basketball, just making sure that it's up to his standards. As jumping off tonight.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think Casey Lance has grown a 1/4 of an inch right here at the start of the game.
Yeah, Lance is about 6'6" now.
He is long and lanky, a lot lankier than he seemed at the start of the season. So Duke Reese is matched up against Bruskotter here as the Tigers come out in man-to-man defense.
The Mansfield Senior, they love pressuring.
Turned him over.
Active hands, and they do come away.
They had Lance on a backdoor cut and just be able to deflect the basketball.
Hard dribble, a pass into Duke Reese, bobbled it a bit, so the Tigers will come out top and reset.
And this is the guy that's got to play well for him, Kyevi Roane. And it's going to be a challenge here by Isaiah Ramsey to be able to keep him out of the lane.
Ramsey probably the best on-ball defender that the whip is possessed, but there's one of those offensive rebounds, Joe.
Yep.
Roane really strong around the basket. He's got the first deuce.
He's got great strength when he gets into the lane. You can see it there, not only to get the shot up, but then get an offensive rebound here. The Tigers with a lot of pressure on the basketball.
Bruskotter will be picked up by Reese, and he attacks, absorbs the contact. Ramsey can't grab it. Tigers out and running, 2-on-2. Flipping it up and in for a 4-0 lead is DJ Corbin.
Braden DeVito looked to step in and take a charge, and there was no whistle blown for a block or a charge. So interesting to see right now to see how this game is starting.
Get our first foul. It's going to go on O'Brien.
So
pace.
Baseline out of bounds here. Let's see what happens.
Get Ramsey spinning. Can't get the friendly roll. Lance snaked in, knocked it away, but it'll be Tiger ball.
Just rolled off the backside of the rim there. Isaiah Ramsey with a nice spin move and a little jump hook.
Whippets looking to get full court and pressure.
Yep, 2-2-1 press here.
Ball movement leads to a dribble drive. Tough shot over Bruskotter, but it lands and it's home for Reed.
Rashad Reed with a nice drive, and the Tigers have got to be excited about the start here. They're up 6-0.
Shelby hasn't had a clean look yet offensively.
No.
Left hand came up well short that time for Baker. And Tiger Nation going nuts. Second look on the WAKELEY'S air duct cleaning replay. Letting them play inside. That's what you expect from tournament basketball. Roane out of a crowd, pitches it over the top. Now here's the mid-range, halfway in, Ramsey, strong board.
Strong board over Kyevi Roane.
Isaiah almost lost the handle, now sets up Baker. And offensive foul, we're headed the other way.
I mean, Coach McDowell kind of bringing up a good point. DeVito kind of stepped in to take a charge in transition earlier, no call, and now we get a call here on a charge. So Whippets struggling a little bit.
But the pressure by the Whippets forces the first Tiger turnover.
We're at the 5:25 mark, and the Whippets still looking for the first basket of the ball game here. Looks like Bruskotter's going to come off of a double here.
Having a ton of problems just trying to shake loose.
Oh, my. They're going to call a double foul.
So obviously there was a lot of contact there. Bruskotter falls down to the floor. Him and Reese got tangled up again as they were going towards the foul line. Coach Galloway jumping up and down.
Well,
pleading his case.
I would be pleading my case on that call also, because a lot of contact there even beforehand.
Foul's going to go on the arm. This against Corbin, his first.
Good baseline out of bounds plays. They go right inside to try to get Bruskotter a good look in the post. So 3 fouls on the Tigers right here, and that could be key because Shelby is a very good free throw shooting basketball team. And Lance.
Woo! Showtime, two-handed throwdown.
Yep, and got a steal here.
So Casey Lance starting to fire up the engine.
It's kind of interesting in that play. Casey Lance wasn't even really looking, and all of a sudden I think Bruskotter yelled at him, and he cut to the basket and got a dunk.
Meanwhile, an offensive foul on Bruskotter. This
second foul on Bruskotter.
Whoa.
That is a big, big call right there. I mean, pretty amazing, Brian, with all the contact that they've allowed so far.
Maybe thought he caught him with the elbow, so the District 6 Player of the Year over to the sideline, and we'll have to wait and see how long he sits.
Carson Holman in, but Carson Holman's come in and played really well.
Here he is, his first touch of the night.
Against Kyevi Roane. I mean, the Whippets have a lot of guys that can step up. Isaiah Ramsey with a strong drive to the basket, not able to finish.
Yeah, well contested by the Tigers, getting out and running. Reese can't catch it. So,
I mean, neither one of these teams are afraid to play fast, Brian, so we will not be surprised if both teams are going to get some transition looks tonight.
Casey Lance has played phenomenal free basketball about the last 10 games. Makes a tough pass there in the lane.
Yep. Just trying to spread them out here and looking to drive the ball to the basket. Lance unable to knock down the three.
So we've got Roane, 3-on-3. Kick out, 3-ball on the way from the corner, and it's an air ball. Has not been the Tigers' strength this year.
Three-point shooting has been a weakness for him right now. And there's our guy, Carson Holman, we said. Casey Lance with the assist.
So Holman fills the lane, and Whippets have filled up the last 4 points.
And a great pace of this basketball game right now, Brian. Both teams getting up and down the floor.
Electric atmosphere as well, too.
Yeah.
Both crowds going back and forth.
This is a great atmosphere here in the district tournament.
Off the drive, back iron tipped around. Reese keeps it alive for the Tigers.
I mean, here's a guy that's played really well here late in the season is John Corbin. I mean, Corbin played really well in their game at Bellevue, but there's in transition. Casey Lance has made 2 really good plays here. Made a great feed for a layup in transition, and there makes a long cross-court pass to Isaiah Ramsey, who I think, Brian, we talked about think in the last month, I think he's kind of been a player that's played with a lot of difference, made a lot of difference here for the Shelby Whippets.
Yeah, I got to talk to his parents a little bit over the weekend. They felt like he was pressing a little bit mid-season, thinking about college scholarships, all that kind of stuff, and he's kind of settled into the season and just decided let the chips fall where they may. And he, aside from Bruskotter, has probably been their most valuable asset here over the last month. And
he's another player that, you know, as a freshman we played against, and I think he just grown tremendously as a basketball player, athlete, and as a person. He just seemed to have a really calm demeanor, which I'm not sure early in his career as a freshman and sophomore he had that, but he's had that calm demeanor and has really taken on his role here of being kind of the guy that's going to be their main defender. But the big key is he stepped up offensively here for the Whippets here in the second half of the year.
And they're certainly going to need him to elevate his game here tonight with Bruskotter. Sideline, 2 quick fouls. See DJ gives it off.
And you can see Shelby just really trying to protect the lane here defensively. Trying to keep the ball in front of them so they don't have to help a lot and keep the ball out of the lane and make the Tigers try to shoot perimeter jump shots.
There's Jalen off the hop, left hand.
Yep.
Misfired.
Offensive rebound though. And Carson Holman again making his presence be felt.
Ramsey's going to slow it down. Now goes to work. Spinning in the lane, kicks it out. Holman drills it.
I mean, the thing that Shelby does so well is they share the basketball, and we've seen that right away right here, but the Tigers coming right back in transition, which is what they want to do. They want to push the basketball.
Shelby's first lead evaporates in about 5 seconds.
And Holman's going to go right back to the same jumper. Found that sweet spot at about 12 feet in the short corner.
Back to back, same spot, same result. Seesaw battle going on here in the opening frame.
I mean, you got to like the confidence that he comes off the bench with. I mean, that's a big, big plus for the Whippets.
Roane dials up a 3, back iron. Reese battling.
And Holman now that's his 3rd defensive rebound here.
Big minutes off the bench. Lance, baseline drive, trying to set up Holman.
A good pass there, Baker with a little runner.
So Bryson Baker onto the score sheet.
Whippets got to do a better job of getting back in defensive transition.
How about DJ Corbin in this one? He's been on a little out of control, but he gets a foul against Shelby. So Corbin right now with 8 points for the Tigers and a chance to add to it at the free throw line.
Well, he was a big key for their win at Bellevue. And his teammates even talked about the confidence that they have in him.
14-11 on our CAROTHERS pest control scoreboard. And you're right, Joe, I didn't hear a lot of chatter about Mansfield Senior this week and their potential of winning this district, but they're off to a phenomenal start.
Off to a great start here. Corbin, a 52% free throw shooter, so he makes the first of a 2-shot foul. And the Tigers bringing in some size in Amon Thomas.
Fat Man, as they like to call him. How do you feel about that nickname, Joe?
That's what I'm trying to avoid right now, Brian, is to get that nickname. I want to be known as Thin Man. But as you get older, it seems like it takes a lot more work to keep that off.
Indeed. I think he wears it as a badge of honor right now, though, in his younger years.
He's got great size. There's not a lot of fat on Fat Man. Let's see if the Whippets look for the last shot of the quarter here. We're getting about 30 seconds. They may want to do that because they're going to have possession of the basketball to start, and I think Coach Galloway's up telling them to spread it out a little bit here.
Instead, Lance, nice step through, too hard off the glass. Offensive board.
Holman again, Isaiah Ramsey. Great effort by the Whippets to get to the glass, but here come the Tigers in transition.
They'll whip it to the corner. Would have been huge.
There are bodies flying all over the place.
So the Tigers extend their lead. Last chance, DeVito traveled, it won't count. Big opening frame for Mansfield Senior as they own a 3-point cushion heading to the second.
Welcome to Richland County's first artificial intelligence ATM. And if you car dance to the song you're listening to now, I will give you $50. See, that's something an ATM can never do.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Oh, we're serious.
Gosh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. We hope your day is a little bit better today.
Yes, thank you.
So interesting here, Brian, is that Bruskotter's still on the bench as we start the second quarter. So
He left with more than 4 minutes on the clock in the first. And so the Tigers have taken advantage. Can't add to their lead here, but there's Amon Thomas getting fouled by Homan.
Well, if there's area with stats, the thing is Shelby has not dominated rebounding the basketball. And right now, the Tigers getting on the offensive glass has been a big, big key for their success.
Smooth stroke for the big fella.
And right now, I believe the Tigers are perfect, 3 of 3 at the line. As we said, free throw shooting not necessarily a strength of theirs either.
Big rebound right there. That's Anderson Brubaker getting his first action.
Interesting right now, DeVito and Bruskotter both on the bench. I would anticipate that's not going to be that long.
Isaiah Ramsey, he's got 3 points so far, knocked down that triple, but when he's driven into the lane so far tonight, a little bit of frustration you can tell, and the Tigers have done a nice job of not fouling him when he's found his way into the lane.
But Shelby being active on the offensive glass right now, they've just have not been able to grab the basketball.
Jalen Reese puts one up. Mansfield still over from downtown, but he's done this a couple of times.
Well, again, offensive rebounding by the Tigers is making a big, big difference right now. The Whippets are going to do a much better job of trying to keep them off the glass.
All 4 of Reese's points on second chance.
Got a foul called inside. Homer with the post up. DeVito coming back into the lineup here.
And as DeVito comes in, as will DJ Corbin. Phenomenal offensive presence in that first quarter. Over his season average, just in a 5-minute stretch.
Quick lob. Boy, Ramsey just not able to finish in the lane.
And a quick whistle for a tie-up.
That's going to be Shelby basketball again. I mean, you got to like the look. Ramsey's got to like the looks he's getting. He just got to finish it. I mean,
Lance is going to trigger. Trying to thread the needle inside. Poked out of bounds by Kyevi Roane.
Whippets have got some pretty good looks on their baseline out of bounds here. Did not get into this set quick enough, maybe.
Lance off the baseline, hangs, and it swirls out.
The Whippets have had 4 or 5 shots just roll off the rim here. And this is the strength of the Tigers right now.
And it's their largest lead tonight.
Their transition game and their offensive rebounding.
Tigers have all 5 points scored here in the second. Holman looking to change that, bodying up inside, and Thomas got a piece of the wrist.
And Bruskotter going to come back into the game here.
He sat for about 6 minutes of game action.
Yeah.
Holman's been big coming in off the bench tonight for Coach Galloway. Bruskotter along with Bryson Baker, both back into the mix.
And Isaiah Ramsey getting a little bit of a blow.
Friendly hop on the second.
It looks like
we're going to get a Buckeye Horizon timeout taken by head coach Marquis SEITZ, now in his 7th season.
well, be interesting to hear to see, Brian, if they try to set something up that they run a play that they're really going to try to attack Alex Bruskotter. I mean, with 2 fouls, they can get him to get his 3rd. That would be a huge key in this basketball game. So Bruskotter, a veteran though, has probably played with 2 fouls early in the game before, but it's going to be key that he stays out of foul trouble here in this first half.
If you're just joining us, Alex Bruskotter yet to score tonight, averaging about 24 per game.
And it looks like the Whippets are going to come out in zone. They're going to play 2-3 zone and maybe try to protect Bruskotter a little bit. And maybe the idea also is to force the Tigers that they're going to have to shoot perimeter shots, because the areas that they've hurt the Whippets right now have been getting the ball into the lane, but especially getting the ball to the lane in transition.
So we'll see if the first chess match pays off here.
Yep. But the key thing in a zone, Brian, is you got to put a body on somebody and box them out. And Holman does a nice job there of boxing out.
Reed's tried a 3-pack of triples tonight, empty-handed so far as Bruskotter lets it fly. He's well short.
And back to this 2-3 zone.
Nice ball movement by the Tigers. They'll get another triple try, and not even close.
Yep. Duke Reese has shot 2 from that spot, and both of them have been air balls. So you can see that Duke Reese again is matched up on Bruskotter, and we saw a lot of contact in the game.
Foul's going to go against Holman, battling for an offensive board. It's going to be the 2nd foul against the Whippets. Second foul on Carson Holman as well.
Yeah, rebounding foul there. Again, the physicality of the basketball game. And they show a little 2-2-1 and drop back to a 2-3 zone, and Isaiah Ramsey's probably going to check back in for Carson Holman here.
Reed surveying the floor. Now the ball stops with O'Brien.
The Tigers just taking a lot of time here, being patient. And again, the goal of this zone is to keep the ball out of the lane. And a travel call is made.
It's going to be the 4th turnover on Mansfield Senior here tonight.
So it'll be interesting as Isaiah Ramsey comes back in the ball game. He struggled a little bit offensively from the standpoint. He's got great looks, just not been able to finish. Let's see if, as he comes back in here, if that time on the bench a little bit just gets him maybe a little bit more refocused, relaxed, and is able to step up and make some shots here.
Off the switch, Baker kicks it out.
Bruskotter doing a good job of trying to post inside.
Now he goes to work, overshot everything. Loose ball, staying at this end. Wide, Bruskotter thought better of the shot, and one opportunity coming up. Great hesitation move that time by the District 6 Player of the Year.
I mean, that's a great shot fake. He missed the three at the top. But, you know, as we said, sometimes with the score, you just got to see the ball go through the basket. So he gets it to go here, goes to the line for a chance for a three-point play.
A few Tigers fans asking for a traveling violation. Bruskotter looked like he was able to keep the pivot foot down.
Well, pretty fundamentally sound player that he is. So,
Bruskotter, the second all-time leading scorer in the history of Shelby basketball, and they've been doing it for a long time over there, Joe.
So the Whippets go to their 2-2-1, three-quarter court, not showing a lot of pressure, just kind of dropping back and getting into that 2-3 zone. And Bruskotter playing in the middle of that zone right now.
Tigers in a bit of a scoring drought as Shelby has the last 5 points of the game. And it looks like a shoestring issue here for Kyevi Roane. So the referee is going to let him manage that. Since Shelby has switched to the zone defense, TY has not scored.
Yeah, I mean, it's slowed them down, and they've not been able to get the ball into the lane. But that's a big three there.
First make shot for Rashad Reed Jr. from downtown. This is first three.
And he's their best three-point shooter, shooting 36%. Has made almost 40 threes for the season.
Lance down the lane. Called for a walk. I think he lost the ball a little bit, but definitely only took 2 steps to my count. 1, 2.
I don't think that's a walk, Brian. not especially with how the game's been called. As the game gets called today, that's a tough travel call.
See if the Tigers can capitalize and take advantage. 2 points wiped off the board. Kyevi too strong, right back to him.
Nobody boxed him out.
Looked like he got hit a little bit on the wrist, but he's so strong inside.
And Bruskotter just got to avoid that right now.
Alex ridden up and down the floor, and call coming from quite a ways away, but it's going to go on Jalen Reese.
I mean, Alex being aggressive, going to the basket, just kind of getting ridden up the floor. So 4 fouls on the Tigers here. Chance for Shelby to get into the bonus here with 2:31 left in the half.
Jalen Reese picked up his second there, so he'll have to be careful the rest of the way.
Backdoor cut.
Nice job just keeping it alive by Bruskotter with those go-go gadget arms. Now Casey up top.
DeVito's first shot of the night.
Pretty good one.
Yep. And when he's making shots, that just makes Shelby much more dangerous. So the Whippets again coming back in that 2-3 zone.
Kyevi again flips it up.
But again, an offensive rebound here for the Tigers.
Most of their rebounds have been at this end.
That has just really hurt the Whippets tonight, is Duke Reese getting to the offensive glass here.
Not this time for Reed.
Yep. And Isaiah Ramsey able to grab a rebound here. Bruskotter with a deep three in transition.
Just a fraction off with that one.
Yep.
Bruskotter just 1 make from the field so far tonight. That M1 about a minute ago.
So bringing Holman and Hartz back in. Trying to make sure that Bruskotter does not get his third here on this defensive possession. So let's see if the Whippets stay 2-3 zone or if they go back to man-to-man.
Looks like man-to-man here, Joe.
Yep, looks like they're going to go man-to-man, or they change the zone look. They're going 1-2-2 here. So Coach Galloway showing some different looks here, trying to get a little bit more pressure at the top of the zone. Well, no, I guess they are man-to-man, just really trying to protect the lane.
Yeah, it's tough to tell. They're disguising whatever it is. And it's given the Tigers a little bit of concern as they're allowing some clock to come off. Reed, left hand, kicks it out, a little high. Now a strong take, step around, wild shot. Roane bails him out, fouled on the floor.
Holman, that might be Holman's third.
That's right.
Holman's third foul.
Set up by O'Brien, the senior, getting in the lane. But Roane, he just seems to have a good feel for where the ball's going to come off the rim.
They're leaving Holman in. I'm not sure if the Whippets are aware that he has three or not, but he's got to be really smart.
This is going to be a travel on DJ Corbin. So with 44 seconds left, the Whippets get the basketball back, trailing by 5.
And let's see if the Whippets attack here or if they... Somebody's got to come to the ball. And Ramsey does. So let's see if the Whippets, under 40 seconds here to go in the half, if they decide to go for one or if they're going to look to score here.
Running through some motion offense, Ramsey.
Yep. Tigers are going to push here.
Kyevi swarmed, has to kick it out to Thomas. Now for Reed, off a quick move to the rack. And poked out, it'll stay here. Mansfield's got some great acceleration on the perimeter with these guards. And now they'll get a catch and shoot situation. Their second triple this time, it's DJ. Last chance for Casey Lance. Thought he got hit, but that is how the second quarter will end. Second look, plenty of contact, doesn't matter. Tigers heading into the locker room. They own an 8-point lead. Stick around, we've got the SEITZ Solution halftime report coming up. We'll have your first half stats. Joe will give you some analysis and we'll get you all set for quarter number 3. You're enjoying live and free playoff basketball right here on the OH Report. Hi, I'm OH Report founder Brian Skowronski, and you've just enjoyed first half action live and free exclusively right here on the OH Report. But stick around, still plenty more to come right here as our boys high school basketball returns after this.
Welcome to Richland County's first artificial intelligence ATM. And if you car dance to the song you're listening to now, I will give you $50. See, that's something an ATM can never do.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Oh, we're serious.
Gosh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. We hope your day is a little bit better today.
Yes, thank you.
More than Crown, we are the real people behind Crown CDJR of Dublin. Every member of our sales team is dedicated to providing you an excellent customer experience.
Find the right vehicle for you and your lifestyle is a Crown Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram today, the better way to buy.
Tonight's high school playoff basketball game brought to you 100% live and free. Thanks to these amazing sponsors. How about my guys over at CAROTHERS Pest Control? If you got a pest, call the best. 419-342-6841. Ask for Jack, tell him Brian sent you. It's got to mean something over there. Panchos Tacos. Come on down to Panchos. Get the best food and drinks in town by trying their delicious tacos, rice bowls, fajitas, and margaritas after the game. They will see you soon, amigos. They got several locations now. SEITZ Solutions, securing your data one bite at a time with its solutions for your business. WAKELEY'S Air Duct Cleaning. Clean ducts, clean air. Call WAKELEY'S at 419-295-3589 to schedule a free quote today. Buckeye Horizon. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by our good friends over there. They provide heating, cooling, and plumbing services. They are also your local trained comfort specialist. Mechanics Bank, Richland County's only independent community bank. And by Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Some want it to happen, some wish it would happen. Crown makes it happen. We're going to take one more quick commercial timeout. When we come back, we will have your SEITZ Solutions halftime report. Stay there. Hi, I'm Always Report founder Brian Skowronski, and you've just enjoyed first half action live and free exclusively right here on the OH Report. But stick around, still plenty more to come right here as our boys high school basketball returns after this.
Welcome to Richland County's first artificial intelligence ATM. And if you car dance to the song you're listening to now, I will give you $50. See, that's something an ATM can never do.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Oh, we're serious.
Gosh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. We hope your day is a little bit better today.
Yes, thank you.
More than Crown, we are the real people behind Crown CDJR of Dublin. Every member of our sales team is dedicated to providing you an excellent customer experience.
Find the right vehicle for you and your lifestyle is a Crown Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram today, the better way to buy.
Inside of the O-Rena as we welcome you back for the SEITZ Solutions halftime show. 29-21, a little bit of a surprise with Mansfield Senior on top of the #1 seeded Shelby Whippets, who have not lost in 15 games, riding the second longest winning streak in Division II. But Joe Balogh right now, thanks to a lot of offensive rebounds and some putbacks by the Tigers, they got a little bit of control of this game.
That's the big difference right now for Shelby. They can't give up 13 offensive rebounds, and I think as we tried to count up, that's at least the 8 or 10 points for the Tigers. So the big thing is you're gonna have to rebound the ball at the defensive end and do it consistently. And then Shelby struggled making some shots. They've had Isaiah Ramsey's had some looks right at the rim, just not able to go. And then Alex Bruskotter set close to probably 8 minutes here in the first half. So. He's going to have to come out and play well. That's going to be a big key as we start the second half.
Bruskotter, the District 6 Player of the Year, just 3 points so far and 11 second chance points for the Tigers, Joe. And off of those 13 offensive rebounds, Shelby just had 4 of them. And look at Mansfield overall on the glass, 25-12. That's a huge differential.
Yeah. And they've done a pretty good job of limiting. I mean, the Whippets have had some opportunities on the offensive glass at their end of the floor. They just have not been able to corral it. So the Tigers have done a pretty good job of limiting their second chance opportunities.
Mansfield as well, knocking down a couple of threes. That's an area where you thought that Shelby would have a big upper hand, but they themselves have only knocked down a pair. So they're going to have to start getting a little bit better in the shot-making department to get themselves out of this 8-point hole.
Yep, and it's going to be the Tigers basketball coming out here to start the second half. And using that old adage of get a score, a stop, and a score, and the Tigers are, up in double digits. The Whippets need to get a stop here and a score, and then, try to cut back into it. So a couple of key possessions here to start the third quarter.
I would venture to guess Shelby hasn't trailed by double figures all year.
That's probably a good guess.
Actually, no, I did see him at Marion Pleasant get down big, but then they stormed
back.
Yeah,
they've had a couple games where they've been have been in a hole. Kyevi Roane inside up of a back screen.
Oh, Bruskotter coming from the weak side and crashes the party. Huge block shot, Kyevi. Maybe a little too patient about 4 head fakes. And meanwhile, as we show you this replay, it's a turnover. Bad pass on the inbounds. And then Baker gets absolutely crushed as we got a Tiger down.
And actually, I don't think they needed to save that. The official was indicating the ball had been tipped. It was not going to make an over and back call. So Bryson Baker.
Yeah, they're going to say it's a 2-shot foul on the Rashad Reed infraction. And he looks a little bit shaken up.
And Baker is 62% free throw shooter, which is the worst of the Whippets starting lineup. And that would be a big key if the Whippets can get to the free throw line early and often here in the third quarter, because they are an excellent free throw shooting team. Shoot 78% as a team. But Baker rolls the first one off the rim.
Here comes a second for the 6'1 senior.
Knocks it down, so cuts it to 7. And the Whippets come out in man-to-man defense.
Ramsey picking up Roane. Trying to turn the corner into a double team. Hang time. Nice finish.
Kyevi Roane doing what he does so well, just getting the lane, especially here with his right hand.
He's got 8 points now, tied for the tops for TY. Lance called for an offensive foul. So Casey Lance with his second personal. Well done that time with just sliding along with him and setting the feet to draw the charge. Now the Whippets applying some full court pressure.
Made a big possession here early in the third. The Tigers got a chance.
But we've got back-to-back charges on consecutive possessions. This one's going to go on Reese, his third.
And a gutsy play there by Alex Bruskotter to step in to take that charge.
So Jalen Reese heads over to the sideline as we'll get Nye Petty into the game.
So that could be a big foul also for the Tigers because Reese has done a great job on the offensive glass.
Yeah, he had 4 offensive rebounds in the first half.
Bruskotter on a bust out here.
Now DeVito with the blow by mid-range. Came up short. So Braden DeVito, just his second shot of the night.
Got deep in the lane, just a little bit short on the jumper.
O'Brien looking to go by Lance. Lost the handle, but he pitches it inside. Petty wasn't ready for it.
Here comes transition. This is going to be the third foul on the Tigers. It's not even 2 minutes to go, 2 minutes into the third quarter. So Shelby needs to continue to be aggressive and see if they can get to the free throw line, which has been a strength for their team all season long. Oh.
Chelling by the largest deficit, but Lance, his second throwdown.
But here come the Tigers right back in transition. Missed it. It's going to be Shelby basketball.
So TY leaves us some points.
Great out of bounds play. And, you know, Brian, you heard me talk a lot about special situations,
yes,
and baseline out of bounds plays are best special situation. Casey Lance has gotten 2 dunks off of baseline out of bounds plays tonight. And Ramsey handling the ball against Kyevi Roane here as we're just under the 6-minute mark.
Whippets spread things out. 5 wide. Now inside, Bruskotter is going to draw a second foul in this half against O'Brien.
14 foul, Brian. That's what we said. This is a big area for Shelby if they can get to the free throw line here early in the third quarter. Much like we mentioned last night with Margaretta, when the clock is stopped and you're at the free throw line.
And another special situation off the inbounds. Yep. They find Casey, that great length.
Shelby's winning this battle of baseline out of bounds plays tonight. And Casey Lance has been the guy that's been the man there. So Lance goes to the free throw line, and he's a 71% free throw shooter from the free throw line. So Shelby's going to be in the double bonus for the next 5 minutes and 49 seconds here in the third quarter.
I think this is the quickest I've seen a team in any quarter this season get into the bonus. So really credit Shelby for their aggressive nature drawing these fouls.
And Duke Reese is going to come back in the lineup.
Yeah, Coach SEITZ seeing the momentum shift a little bit in favor of Shelby. As Casey
hits
Lance. Them both. Down to a 5-point game, last 4 belonging to the Shelby Whippets. As we're on nice dump off, and Nye is able to complete it.
Nice play by Kyevi Roane. He's shown why he's such a tough guy to guard right now.
Bruskotter reversing between the legs, regathers. Now Ramsey, too much.
Yeah, Ramsey just didn't catch it clean, kind of rushed that shot a little bit. And
Roane, back-to-back plays for him, stretches it right back out to 9.
He's really effective, especially when he's been able to go with his right hand. He's just able to get a little bit of that nudge and create some space.
Meanwhile, DJ Corbin just drew his 3rd personal foul.
Yep.
That'll lead to free throws.
Braden DeVito going to the line. And Braden is a 78% free throw shooter. So the Whippets having a chance here to cut into the lead without any time running off the clock.
Red Rage, loving life. Maybe not that shot.
DeVito goes 1 for 2. And now we get a change. We get Bryson Baker on Kyevi Roane.
Bruskotter now on Jalen Reese. Kyevi calling for it down on the block.
No double here. He's going to his right. Block shot, but the Whippets not able to secure the rebound. Duke Reese in the lane with a short jumper. Another offensive rebound.
Tigers crushing it tonight on the offensive glass.
But turn it over.
A little too much speed in the lane for Corbin.
DJ Corbin just trying to go a little too fast. So now they're going to bring in Carson Holman to try to help with that rebounding a little bit. But Carson's got to be aware that he has 3 fouls.
Had a huge first half off the bench. 8 points, 4 rebounds for Shelby.
Yep. Again, I think if you're Shelby, you look to be aggressive of going to the basket here.
Bruskotter absolutely will. Switches left hand in midair.
And I think that's what you got to do if you're Shelby. You just got to try to continue to attack the basket. So Ramsey matched back up on Kyevi Roane right now.
Marquise Sykes barking out some orders. See if the Tigers line up here in the half court. Reed got a shot blocked. Lance with the help side.
But again, they're able to grab it. It's just Tigers have not been able to finish the play. And a block call on Alex Bruskotter.
Yeah, it's a big one, of course, number 3. On the 2-time MOAC Player of the Year.
It's a tough call right there.
They're going to roll the dice with Alex out on the floor. As Coach Sykes going to take his second timeout here of the evening. It's a Buckeye Horizon timeout, and you see the points this quarter. Shelby cutting a little bit into the deficit as they're back within 7. Make that 6. But Mansfield Senior more than holding their own tonight, Coach.
Yep.
Been very impressed with them.
The big thing is their offensive rebounding. I mean, Shelby's has played pretty good defense here in the first 4.5 minutes of the third, but they just have not been able to finish several possessions and get a defensive rebound. So if that continues, the Whippets are going to, it's going to be a struggle for them tonight. They've got to rebound the ball at the defensive end, and if you're Mansfield, you just keep doing what you're doing, getting the offensive glass. I mean, that's been the big difference in the basketball game so far tonight.
And what's been most impressive is that Shelby certainly has the height advantage out on the floor when they've got 6'5", 6'6", 6'7" across the board.
Yeah. What's funny, they've had their hands on the basketball several times. They've just not been able to secure it. And, it's tournament time. And as we said many times, you got to just be able to go to the next play and not worry about that. I mean, the Tigers have, I think, 16 offensive rebounds. And Shelby just got to make sure they go and get the next rebound. So baseline out of bounds here for the Tigers.
See, we've got a massive viewing audience on YouTube. Got Facebook blocked in here. I'm pretty sure we're live on Facebook, but we don't really know. Sure hope so. Watching the Tigers build a 6-point cushion as we've got about 11 minutes to go here. Semifinal 1 of 2 in the D2 Ontario District. Roane off the ball screen. Thomas pushing Baker down in the post, but it's Kyevi finishing left side, right hand.
I mean, he's doing what he does. He gets right into the lane and is able to finish plays.
Lance trying to answer, but the fat man turns him away.
And there's another loose basketball that the Tigers are able to secure. And this could be a key here is DJ Corbin. Looks like he might have a cramp, but the Tigers called the timeout.
So it'll be the second timeout for the Tigers in about a minute.
Marquise Sykes trying to fight to have an injury timeout, but the Tigers definitely called that timeout.
Yeah, you saw Mon Thomas pull the trigger on it.
So they're down to 2 timeouts in the ball game. So the big thing right now is an 8-point lead at the half, and with 2:43 to go here in the third, the Tigers still own an 8-point lead. Shelby just has not been able to find any kind of rhythm offensively. So you got to give the Tigers a lot of credit with how they've been able to defend Shelby tonight. It frustrated them a little bit. Let's see if that continues here in the next 2:43 of this quarter.
It's going to be Tiger basketball, of course, when we get back to action. Nye Petty checking in, replacing DJ.
So the Whippets go to their 2-2-1, 3/4 court pressure. Let's see if they look to trap a little bit more aggressively out of this or not. And Kyevi Roane handling it.
Catch and shoot for Reed.
And Bruskotter goes up and just above the rim and grabs it. So Baker on the push.
We've seen Alex be a little bit passive on the offensive end. He's just got 2 hoops tonight.
Lance able to secure that, now a foul.
It's going to be on the floor, but will still lead to shots as that's the 8th team foul on the Tigers.
Let's see who this is on. It's on number 11.
So it'll be Rashad Reed Jr.'s second foul.
Yep, but Lance getting able to go to the free throw line again. The clock is stopped. Chance to cut this deficit that they're in to 6.
Casey made them both last time he went to the charity stripe. Great look at the capacity crowd, and there's a lot of standing people here tonight, so I think we're full.
Tanner Hartz with a big offensive rebound.
Double team down in the corner.
And
30-second timeout.
Coach Galloway's going to use a 30-second timeout there. And probably a smart move, especially if the ball is baseline out of bounds. Shelby shown their ability to score on these situations. So let's see how the Tigers come out and try to defend this out of bounds play.
Casey Lance has been the man off of these specialty plays underneath, and that's exactly where the Whippets will get it.
And the Whippets need to continue to be aggressive because they're going to the free throw line shooting 2. But that was a great effort there by Tanner Hartz to get a second chance opportunity, one of the few that Shelby's been able to get tonight.
They'll start it in the hands of Alex Bruskotter.
Well, Casey Lance not going to be able to get it because he's on the bench right now. So
have to come out top of Ramsey.
So the Tigers are able to defend it out top to Ramsey. And there's a foul there, Duke Reese.
Number 4 on him, Coach.
Yep. Foul trouble starting to mount here for the Tigers a little bit.
Yeah, Reese has 4, and the other players on the floor. Thomas with a couple, Reed with 2.
And you're sending an 84% free throw shooter to the free throw line who gets there often.
And a nice shooter's touch.
Yep. So Chance to cut it to 5. With 2:02 left in the third.
And it's as close as Shelby's been in quite some time.
So Tanner Hart's now getting the matchup on Kyevi Roane. And Roane going with that right hand.
And what do we have here? I saw the official point the other way, but now they're going to say it's on Tanner Hart's, trying to run through the ball screen. Second look on our WAKELEY'S replay.
That's probably a good call.
It's the third on Shelby. They've got one more to give. And now that's the fourth on Shelby, and it's Hart's. 2 and a second.
Well, right now, Mansfield Senior is going to try to really attack Tanner Hart's with Kyevi Roane. And Hart's does a good job there defending him inside. And they're going to look to post Kyevi Roane. So it'll be interesting to see if the if the Whippets try to double if it goes inside to Roane.
Wide open shooter.
Great box out on the backside by Tanner Hart's. So that's a shot that Shelby will give up. Holman not able to get there.
Bodies fly, and Ramsey lets it fly, his second triple.
Big basket by Isaiah Ramsey there.
2-point game as we head to the final minute here of the third. Roane on his way to the line.
Big foul there. That's going to be the fourth on Carson Holman. So Casey Lance is going to come back in for him.
Just an excellent head and shoulder fake, and Kyevi has really mastered that.
And Kyevi's a 72% free throw shooter, so usually you see leading scorers on teams are usually pretty good free throw shooters. So Kyevi able to go to the line and make the first.
Roane far and away the leading scorer on the team by about 10 points.
Got number 33 in the lineup. I'm not sure who that is for the Tigers.
2 for 2.
23, excuse me. 23, Carmelo Smith into the lineup now.
And he's got Casey Lance. Calls for the basketball, catches at the elbow.
Yeah, they run a little isolation play there. And Lance just short.
Roane, wild shot.
Isaiah Ramsey rebounding it in traffic.
But he loses the handle on the turn and trying to plead his case that it got touched by a Tiger. Don't think it did. Let's see.
And again, the Shelby just can't secure that defensive rebound. There's a tip.
And Hartz turns his head just in time. Bruskotter on his way to the rack. Big swat, and Roane lets him know it.
A lot of contact there again.
Now Lance spinning in the lane, left hand, count it.
That is a pretty move, Brian.
And the Red Raids digging it. As Casey Lance, coach's kid, spinning in midair, finishing with the left hand on his way to the line to cap off a three-point play. This would put him in double figures. And we got a lane violation here against DJ Corbin, so he'll get a second opportunity. Just barely, and I think the fact he's got on those highlighter sneakers gave it away, Coach.
Well, you got a tough assignment checking out Alex Bruskotter, because one of the things, I mean, Alex is a tremendous player, but you just watch him on these free throws. He makes an effort every time to go rebound the ball on a free throw. So the Whippets take advantage of it, and it's a one-point game with 30 seconds to go here in the third quarter.
17-10 run by Shelby here in the frame. making things very interesting with money time just on the horizon.
Not really sure why the count came off. But you're going to expect Kyevi Roane going to the basket here, and he's going to go right. Bruskotter comes out, tries to defend him, throw it to the corner for a three. And that is
DJ, that's my DJ. Big shot to end the frame. Tigers pull ahead by 4 as we move on to money time at Ontario.
Yeah, Corbin with the big shot. I mean, that's huge. They wanted to get the ball out of Kyevi Roane's hand. Kyevi's able to find DJ in the corner, and he's able to knock it down. It'll be Whippets basketball here to start the third, Brian, or start the fourth, Brian.
More than Crown, we are the real people behind Crown CDJR of Dublin. Every member of our sales team is dedicated to providing you an excellent customer experience.
Find the right vehicle for you and your lifestyle is a Crown Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram today, the better way to buy.
Tigers going with a smaller lineup here. Kyevi Roane matched up against Alex Bruskotter.
And that is how money time will start, and a very quick whistle is going to go against TY, who got in foul trouble early in the third.
Well, I think the thing is they saw him put 2 hands on it. Maybe not a lot of contact, especially with some of the other plays that we've seen. But an early call here. And remember, this resets.
Bruskotter going to work inside.
Sideline out of bounds play that time, Brian. And the Whippets have dominated in that area.
9 points now for Bruskotter. And a traveling violation against Kyevi Roane.
Well, you can see the difference there. Bryson Baker made him use his left hand. And Kyevi really likes to come back to that right. Able to make him pick it up. Called to travel.
Mansfield with some full court pressure. They'll clear it out here for Casey Lance. Goes away from the screen. And now the three for the sophomore, rims out. Haven't seen a lot from Braden DeVito on the offensive end tonight.
I mean, that one just rolled out. So Bruskotter against Roane here. Don't be surprised right now that Bruskotter or Kyevi Roane goes right at him. Illegal screen.
Yeah, this one's going to go against Rashad Reed Jr.
3 fouls. Or is that the second? This is the third, isn't it?
Is indeed, in the second on TY in the first 52 seconds of the frame.
So again, big thing, Shelby, if they're able to get to the free throw line.
Got the ball in the hands of DeVito.
So DeVito brings it up.
Not a smart pass by Ramsey. Keeps it alive.
Bruskotter with the runner. Scores it. Tie ball game.
And he's heating up. 4 points in the frame now, and 11 on the night for the District 6 Player of the Year. Mansfield has led basically from the opening tip, and they'll take the lead again here on Reed.
Rashad Reed throws it over the top.
And that's huge. 3 fouls now against Mansfield Senior, and looking like the all-time leading wide receiver that he is.
One of the few times that the Whippets have been able to get the ball quickly in transition. And again, as we said, as you just mentioned, Isaiah Ramsey, one of the best athletes on the floor, running the floor, and Bruskotter finding him. And DJ Corbin going down with another cramp here.
So do the Tigers have to burn a timeout?
No, that's an injury, but they're going to, right now the officials should get them right back on the floor. Should be right back on the floor right now.
That's what the referees are trying to tell both huddles.
Yeah.
Great game going here tonight. Two Richland County foes toe-to-toe. Tigers have led by as many as 9.
And Ramsey going to the line. He's an 83% free throw shooter for the year.
Isaiah's got 6 on the night. Both of those off of made three-pointers until now. And a large collection of coaches all hanging out up top here. Taking in the action.
So Tigers are back man-to-man. Bryson Baker matched up on Kyevi Roane. Kyevi going to the lane.
Yeah, he's just so strong. He gets there, misfires. Bruskotter, a strong rebound, and the 4th foul on Mansfield.
One of the few rebounds that Shelby's been able to secure, and it was not easy, Brian. Bruskotter had to fight a lot of contact there to grab that rebound. 4th foul on the Tigers, and we're not even 2 minutes into the 4th quarter.
That's been the storyline here in the second half. Shelby been to the free throw line 16 times.
Casey Lance is going to bring it up the floor.
Yeah, he's a pretty responsible ball handler for a big guy. But not this time. Pocket picks.
Talk too soon.
O'Brien leaks it ahead. Big block, but the foul coming beforehand. If this is on Bruskotter, it's his 4th. 4th foul on Alex.
That is huge. That is huge. Well, big thing with Alex right now is he's just got to refocus, and he's got to refocus and just go to the next play. But I think Coach Galloway is going to get him out for a little bit, maybe talk to him just a little bit.
You might remember last year in that district semifinal against Lexington, Bruskotter did foul out in that game, and it kind of changed the complexion. Heartbreaking loss for them against the Minutemen.
But Homan's back in, and Homan has 4 fouls also. So I think coaching staff's just going to talk to Alex a little bit about, hey, you just got to refocus here. We're right in the ball game. We're in good shape here. We knew this game was going to be a dog fight, and it's going to be a dog fight till the end here. Homan with that favorite spot.
He likes it. Not this time. Roane, another rebound. He has been solid on the defensive glass.
Yep. And again, they're going to put it in his hands at the top. Don't be surprised that he's going to try to get a ball screen here and then attack the basket.
We're going the other way. Thomas picking up the foul.
Well, sometimes when you run that high ball screen, you know, you're isolated out on the floor, and any kind of movement, they're going to call that foul. So the Whippets get a little bit of a break here, maybe not a lot of contact there.
With it being a moving screen and an offensive foul, no free throws.
Yep.
Here's Lance harassed.
Yep. Just be strong with the basketball if you're Shelby.
What a move by Ramsey.
I mean, I would not be surprised to see Lance or Ramsey go to the basket here.
Casey fall away, leaning away from the hoop. Thomas can't squeeze it.
Yep. Again, baseline out of bounds here, and the Whippets have had a lot of success of scoring on out of bounds plays. So it looks like it's going to be a screen here at the top, and he's going to come off of a double.
Can't find Casey this time, but it's going to be the 6th foul actually on the Tigers in the quarter, and Ramsey will shoot.
Yep.
Coach Sykes cannot be pleased with some of these whistles coming in the second half.
Yep. I mean, You know, there's a lot of things that can affect the basketball game, and whether you like it or not, Brian, officiating's one of them.
You just got to make do.
I mean, the big key with your players is that's something you really can't control. You just got to be able to go to the next play and refocus. And I think that's right now why they've set out Alex Bruskotter on the bench for a little bit to just see if he can make sure that he goes to the next play. Isaiah Ramsey, though, knocks it down, and the Whippets have a 1-point lead.
Down to a final 5 minutes and change for a spot here in the district championship. Thomas off the catch, blocked.
Lance with a really nice job of going straight up to deflect that shot.
Now he's got the basketball matched up with O'Brien.
Well,
big size advantage.
And I think you're going to see the Whippets go here with a strong drive to the basket. Got a double here. You have Lance open on the backside. Carson Holman on the backside with a layup. Great look there by Bryson Baker. That deep diagonal pass, something that many times you can find against a trap. And Baker now makes a steal and a push foul. And Bryson Baker going to go to the free throw line and shoot 2.
All the energy and the momentum in the building flowing in way of the Whippets. Outscored the Tigers by 7 here in the fourth.
Well, and with 4:27, they're going to continue to shoot free throws, Brian. And as we said, the Whippets an excellent free throw shooting team. I mean, right now you have the worst free throw shooter of their team who is shooting 61% or 62%. And with the 3-point lead right now, they're gonna not put Bruskotter back in the game. Duke Reese coming back in with 4 fouls.
Yeah, very interesting that they had Alex at the scores table and then trotted him back, changed their mind.
I mean, you know, that the thing with Shelby right now is Coach Galloway, he's got a lot of trust in the guys he's brought off the bench. So, you know, Carson Holman coming in the game is a big key. And he's just trusting the lineup he has. And the Tigers almost turned it over.
It's the biggest lead for Shelby of the game.
You're going to see Kyevi Roane here, I think, look to get in the lane, whether it be off with the dribble or off of a post-up.
Heading down to the block right now. Here he is at the top of the key, sizing up his defense.
I mean, and if you're Carson Holman, you're just going to stand right in the lane here.
DeVito with the reaching, caught a piece. Whippet basketball.
Well, that play was by Carson Holman because he's guarding the big man for the Tigers, and as he stepped to the perimeter, Holman just stayed in the lane and was able to get enough of the basketball for the Tigers to turn it over. So Bruskotter back in the game here for Holman with under 4 minutes to go.
Coach Sykes urging his team to get after it defensively.
Bruskotter going to go to the basket here.
And it's poked away by Kyevi. It looked like Alex lost it actually a little bit, and Roane probably didn't even have to deflect it.
Yeah, it kind of just bounced. Again, baseline out of bounds here. Let's see what happens. And we got a wet spot on the floor, a wet spot on the basketball, I believe. Coach Galloway encouraging his team. Packed house here, Brian. This is probably as full as it's been since one of the more memorable games I've had in this place against the Norwalk Truckers and my buddy Steve Gray.
I remember it well, Joe. Top 2 teams in the state.
Yeah, that was an exciting night of basketball, especially for the Warriors. So the Tigers are able to defend the out-of-bounds play and get a steal here.
Alex Bruskotter just threw it right to Reese.
Yeah.
Kind of a crazy play. Big shot here on the way, and it finds its way home for Deontay O'Brien.
He's hit a couple big threes tonight, and that's as big as one as he's had all night.
So the Tigers claw themselves right back in it.
Back to a 2-point game.
Reese with the 4 fouls trying to defend Bruskotter. Runner,
that's
short.
A tough shot. Bryson Baker makes a nice play. I mean, I think Coach Galloway wanting a little bit better shot there. I mean, Alex showing a little bit of the frustrations that the Tigers have been able to deal with him tonight. So Thomas back into the lineup. Baseline out of bounds again. 4 low set here by the Whippets.
Ramsey calling for it on the block, maybe a decoy.
Well, they ran that same play where Lance had gotten the dunk, and the Tigers did a good job defending it. Kyevi Roane on Isaiah Ramsey right now. Calling for a ball screen. Nope, we're just coming right. Baker coming and getting it up high.
He's got the quickness advantage with Thomas up top. See if he burns by him. He got bumped. No whistle came on that one.
But Isaiah Ramsey with a great rebound. Unable to finish the play, though. And Baker is hurt.
Up ahead of the pack, Reese. We're tied. So a huge collision at one end. Baker is down. Tigers get a run out.
Might be a cramp. That was a huge play because Baker had an open lane to the basket, was unable to finish it. Ramsey got a rebound, and then the Tigers get a bust out for an easy layup, and we're tied at 50.
Are you not entertained with this district basketball? Richland County rivals going head to head. Shelby Wally locked them in the regular season meeting. The Tigers playing hard, got things tied here in the closing minutes tonight. There's Amar Davis here in the building tonight. Mansfield Christian also doubles as the best wideout ever. Tigers history. And a lot of basketball players from around the area, I've noticed their faces up in the crowd tonight.
As I said, this is what makes the district tournament special, because even if you're playing, you're not playing tonight, but if your team has gotten knocked out, a lot of players get a chance to come and see some really good basketball, and we have a tight basketball game here tonight.
This baby coming down to the wire. Under 3 minutes to go. Shelby basketball, a half 100 each.
Well, and Isaiah Ramsey going to bring it up. Duke Reese matched up against Alex Bruskotter.
Almost 1,400 of you watching on YouTube alone. This thing boiled down to the closing seconds. The district player of the year pitches it underneath. Holman takes his time and he finishes.
Nice patience there by Carson Holman. I mean, Bruskotter had a chance to shoot it. Holman caught it on both feet. Did a little bit of a step-through move. Kyevi Roane now being guarded by Casey Lance.
Now slipping and losing it. Here's DeVito.
Pick it up.
3-on-1. Ramsey. 4-point lead.
I'll tell you what. Players are falling all over the floor right now.
Big dime by DeVito. Ramsey off balance, puts it home. As that puts him in double figures with 11.
I mean, huge play there. I mean, huge play.
And it's a 16-8 run here in the fourth on this Buckeye Horizon timeout. Give Shelby a ton of credit here in the second half. They were down 9 multiple occasions thanks to a lot of free throws. As we see the Lance family loving what they're seeing.
And the thing is, Shelby's got 3 fouls that they can give before the Tigers get into a 1-and-1, or excuse me, not a 1-and-1, 2 shots. And the Whippets are going to the free throw line for 2 every time. So the big emphasis, if you're Shelby, you're telling your guys, hey, we have got to be strong with the ball on every catch. Because it seems a lot of times, especially in tournament play, late in the ball game, there's a lot of contact that goes on. And you just got to make sure that you put that ball, we used to call it 3 points of contact. 2 hands on the ball, try to get the ball to your shoulders, and then just move that ball from shoulder to shoulder to be able to take that contact. You don't want to put the ball out in front of you that it can get stripped. So the Tigers with a big possession here with 1:54 to go, and they're down 4.
Looks like Shelby will. I thought they were going to lay back. Now they're going to sprint up.
They're just going to extend and put a little pressure on here early. But the big part here, you're gonna expect something to go to Kyevi Roane here. And Casey Lance is matched up on him. They've had a multitude of defenders go against him.
Looked like we had an inadvertent horn go off,
Yeah.
so they're going to inbound here from the side out. I'm trying to get clarification on why they hit the buzzer.
Not sure why you would hit the buzzer in the middle. Something with the substitution, that maybe there's an illegal substitution. I don't know.
Definitely looks like there's a question. So the referees trying to figure things out.
Well, just like college and the NBA gets the last 2 minutes, we got to have a review. We don't have video review, but we got a review of some kind.
I think it's coming eventually, though, Joe.
Well,
and especially here at the Joe Arena, you got the big screen up on the wall. It'd be pretty easy for the referee to catch a clean look.
So Thomas is going to check in now. Not sure what the deal was, how that worked. Kind of interesting. But as you said, the thing with Thomas, if he steps on the perimeter, Holman's just going to stay in the lane because Thomas is not going to shoot a perimeter jump shot. He's in there to be a big body and to rebound the basketball.
It looks like with all these bodies in here, we've lost our top camera, so we're going to bring you the action here from this side angle.
Well, and you can see they're giving Duke Reese a lot of space on the perimeter to shoot that three.
O'Brien off the crossover, took a bump, catches the back iron, tipped out of bounds, Shelby ball.
Again, Shelby having difficulty rebounding that ball, just securing it, and get a little lucky there that they're able to get the ball out of bounds. So you got to be, if you're Shelby, you got to be strong with the basketball. If you're Mansfield Senior, you got to try to pressure and see if you can get them to turn it over. Duke Reese matched up against Alex Bruskotter.
He's got to be careful with those 4 fouls.
Well, both of them got 4.
That's right. Now here's Bruskotter. I think he kind of understands that. Lance off the cut. He finishes. 6-0 run for the Whippets.
Yeah. Great pass by Bruskotter and a great cut by Lance.
O'Brien just fouled out Bruskotter. So 5 on Alex. He has 11, and he's done for the night.
Yeah, he's had a couple tough fouls tonight. The double foul, and then that one just, kind of there and in the way, but just couldn't get out of the way.
And you can see the look on his face immediately.
Yep.
Just so bummed he can't be there for his team in the closing seconds.
So, important thing here, O'Brien is a 52% free throw shooter. So the big key here is you want to make sure on this second free throw that you're boxing out and not allowing them to get a second chance opportunity here. And you can anticipate the Tigers are going to jump into full court pressure if he makes it here.
The senior looking to be clutch down the stretch. Buries them
both.
both.
So ball out of bounds here. Get into the hands of an experienced player.
Now it's a sophomore DeVito.
The clock right now, is your opponent.
And he throws it almost away. And Casey Lance, I don't think he had possession, but they're going to hit him for a travel.
Yeah. I mean, DeVito just got a little too deep with the penetration, panicked a little bit. Probably better if he would have just used a timeout to secure the possession.
So the door wide open here for the Tigers.
Kyevi Roane's going to go right to the basket here.
That's the game plan. Had to pick it up. O'Brien's been aggressive here in the fourth, but he gets a shot turned away. Second look. More free throws on the way. Fourth foul on Shelby as well, their last to give.
So he made both of them last time. So two for two on the last one. Again, important thing is if you're Shelby, box out on this second free throw.
Pressure-packed situation here for O'Brien.
He's short. Now All 4 guys on Shelby. I mean, the bottom guys got to make sure they box. Probably Baker's going to take the free throw shooter. And Casey Lance has got to be an extremely aggressive rebounder right here, especially with Kyevi Roane on that side.
Instead, it's a make, and it's a timeout, a full timeout. As Shelby sees their lead dwindle down to a single possession, and the District 6 Player of the Year sidelined with 5 fouls out for the night.
Well, as we said, right now the clock's your opponent. You don't have to score unless it's a wide open layup. You want to try to stay away from trap areas, which right now in the full court are those deep corners. You want to get the ball into your best ball handlers' hands and your best free throw shooters. So I would anticipate that Isaiah Ramsey, Casey Lance are going to get the basketball in their hands. Braden DeVito would also be a guy that you would like to have the ball in his hands, as DeVito's a 77% free throw shooter, but Ramsey's 83, Casey Lance at 71.
All coming down to the wire here at the O-Rena. Final 27 ticks.
Yep. The Tigers just got to make a play here. I mean, that's the big thing. And for the Whippets, you just got to protect the basketball. You got to be strong with it. And you got to understand how many timeouts you have. So the Whippets with 1 timeout, the Tigers with 2. And Carson Holman getting out of the way. And they're going to go right to DeVito. So just protect the basketball here. Give space. Trap area.
Yeah, double team comes on Ramsey, able to get it out of trouble to Holman.
Good job by Carson Holman of just coming to what we would say rescue the basketball.
So now he lands on the free throw line. Big opportunity for the 6'4 junior.
61% free throw shooter.
Very important he at least gets one of these.
Yep, you want to get one of them right now.
Can do.
Second one would be huge, Brian. Second one would be huge here.
So now, Shelby, everybody back.
Well, and the Whippets have a foul that they can give.
Sure.
So on a drive to the basket, as long as they're not going to take it up, they can give it. But Kyevi Roane's going to go right to the basket here. He's going right to the basket.
Puts his head down, attacks Lance, spun out, trying to keep it alive, volleyballed up, and foul on the floor. That's that last foul to give.
That's a big call too, of calling it on the floor. Called it on the floor instead of getting 2 free throws. The ball's got to go baseline out of bounds. And the Tigers are going to use one of their last 2 timeouts.
So Coach Marquis Sykes in his 7th season looking to get to his first ever district championship game, 11-6 record in the tournament.
Well, so coaching strategy here, if you're Shelby, you don't want to give up anything going to the basket off this out of bounds play. You want to make them catch the ball out on the perimeter. And then you really don't want to foul. I mean, if they're going to drive it to lay it, that's going to take 3 or 4 seconds. Big thing is, don't give up a wide open 3, and don't give up a 3-point play going to the basket. That's going to be a big key right now.
So the Tigers with pretty limited options, 6.5 seconds remaining. Got to get a shot up quick.
Well, and what they've tried to run on baseline out of bounds here is kind of a simple action of Kyevi Roane just kind of posting his guy to see if he can catch it. So what Shelby does not want to do is they don't want to foul without the clock running here. So you can see Casey Lance matched up with Kyevi Roane again.
They'll get it in. Head fake, 3 up. Actually, I think it's a long 2, but it swirls home. It is going to be a 2-pointer for Rashad Reed Jr. And the final timeout for Coach Sykes has been burned. 1-point game, but only a second left.
They called it a 2, so there's no review.
Yeah, he definitely had a foot on the line. So it makes things very interesting.
The 2, so it should be 57-55, not 57-56.
And we got it right here on the OH report. They got it wrong here in the building. Our director, very pleased with himself.
Like, need to change it on the scoreboard. And they will. They just changed it.
So strategy-wise, Joe, obviously you got to go for a steal, but you foul immediately.
Well, you got to go for the steal, yes, right away. I mean, you got to, and then if you don't get it, you got to foul right away. You don't want to turn the basketball over here. I mean, if you're, and the big thing is, Mansfield Senior has no timeout. Shelby's got 1 timeout. So whoever's inbounding the ball needs to understand that and have that count in his head. If it gets to 4, you want to make sure that you're calling timeout. And right now, Ramsey or Lance have got to come to the basketball.
And they actually put a half second back on the clock. Baker pitches it in. Ramsey fouled, about 1 second milking away.
Well, and this is going to be really tough for the Tigers with no timeouts. So the big thing here for Shelby, on a missed shot, you do not want to foul. You do not want to foul. And I think Coach Galloway talking to his guys.
And they're not going to send anybody to the lane. So it'll be Ramsey on an island out here with the 3-pack of Tigers. He can seal it with 2 makes.
Yeah. And the only thing I might do is I might put guys up on the free throw line just to make sure that on a miss that they can't just throw the ball the length of the floor and throw one in, because we've seen it happen at different times. But if Ramsey makes this, it's over, and you have confidence that he's probably going to do it, and he does.
The senior puts a stake in a victory for Shelby, who calls a timeout.
Well, and we've talked a lot about Isaiah Ramsey here the last month of the season. He's been outstanding and really needed it tonight. So just a quick word there by Coach Galloway. And apparently we have a technical foul.
So Ramsey is stepping back up to the free throw line.
I'm not sure what happened here, but somebody apparently got a technical foul.
Don't think it would have mattered anyways.
No, but yeah, that's interesting to see.
So Ramsey, who's already got a team high 14, makes it 15.
Tremendous win for the Whippets Tigers with a great effort tonight. I mean, they were dominant on the offensive glass, but the Whippets proved why they're one of the best teams in the state of Ohio. I think ended the year's number 2 team in the AP poll. So Whippets just need to inbound the basketball, and the basketball game is over.
And that will do it. 16 straight wins for Shelby. Coach Galloway getting to his first ever district championship as a head coach, as Shelby with a 22-13 fourth quarter knocks off number 5 Mansfield Senior to keep their season alive as they head into Saturday. We'll take a quick commercial break. We will be back with your PANCHOS Tacos MVP interview, and then wrap things up with our post-game show presented by SEITZ Solutions. Tournament basketball will continue on the OH Report after this.
Welcome to Richland County's first artificial intelligence ATM. And if you car dance to the song you're listening to now, I will give you $50. See, that's something an ATM can never do.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Oh, we're serious.
Gosh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. We hope your day is a little bit better today.
Yes, thank you.
More than Crown, we are the real people behind Crown CDJR of Dublin. Every member of our sales team is dedicated to providing you an excellent customer experience.
Find the right vehicle for you and your lifestyle is a Crown Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram today, the better way to buy.
Tonight's high school basketball tournament action brought to you live and free thanks to our amazing sponsors. Big shout out to Jack Hooks and my friends over at CAROTHERS Pest Control. If you got a pest, call the best at 419-342-6841. Panchos Tacos, come on down. Get the best food and drinks in town by trying their delicious tacos, rice bowls, fajitas, and margaritas after the game. They will see you soon, amigos. SEITZ Solutions, securing your data one bite at a time with the solutions that your business needs. WAKELEY'S Air Duct Cleaning. Clean ducts, clean air. Call WAKELEY'S at 419-295-3589 to schedule a free quote today. Tonight's broadcast also presented by BUCKEYE Horizon Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, your local trained comfort specialists, along with Mechanics Bank, Richland County's only independent community bank, and Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Some want it to happen, some wish it would happen. Crown makes it happen. After a quick commercial timeout, we will be right back with your most valuable player interview. Wrap things up before we get to game number 2 of our doubleheader here at the O-Rena. Stay tuned.
Welcome to Richland County's first artificial intelligence ATM. And if you car dance to the song you're listening to now, I will give you $50. See, that's something an ATM can never do.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Oh, we're serious.
Gosh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. We hope your day is a little bit better today.
Yes, thank you.
More than Crown, we are the real people behind Crown CDJR of Dublin. Every member of our sales team is dedicated to providing you an excellent customer experience.
Find the right vehicle for you and your lifestyle is a Crown Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram today, the better way to buy.
look pretty good.
We are back for your SEITZ Solutions post-game show. The number 1 seed gets it done against a game Mansfield TY Tiger squad, who wraps up their season with 18 wins. What a performance by Shelby in that fourth quarter. Brian Skowronski, Joe Balogh, been with you for the action here tonight, and boy, game 1 gave us everything. I thought we wanted it more.
Yeah, it did. I mean, first of all, you give Mansfield Senior a lot of credit. Their effort to the offensive glass was just phenomenal tonight, and really was the thing that kept them in the basketball game. But you give Shelby a lot of credit too, because Alec, well, go back to Mansfield Senior. The other thing they did is they frustrated Alex Bruskotter.
Sure.
I mean, we both have to admit there maybe were a couple tough calls on Alex in the first half, but their physicality on him, he kind of got in his head, I think, a lot tonight. On the other hand, you give Shelby a lot of credit. I mean, when you have a veteran team, not with just Alex, but with Casey Lance and Isaiah Ramsey, and then Carson Holman coming off the bench, that was huge tonight. I mean, Ramsey and Lance were outstanding with their play tonight.
Ramsey finishing with 15 points, Casey 11, and you talked about Alex, a little bit of struggles, 4 of 10 from the field, 11 points. Decent game for your average dude, but he's one of the premier players in the state of Ohio, more than 24 a game on average for him on a night.
And this is one of the things that, I don't know, somebody told me a long time ago, when you get in tournament play, is you're going to have a game that you don't play your best, but you just kind of find a way to win. And that's what it seems like to me happened with Shelby tonight. They didn't play their best. They didn't have a lot of rhythm offensively. They weren't able to get the ball in transition very much, but they just kind of grinded it out. The big thing was they got to the free throw line in that second half a lot. And that's the sign of a good basketball team, because they're a great free throw shooting team. 78% from the free throw line, outstanding as a team. So took advantage of it. Get a chance to play on Saturday night.
That's right, 21 makes from the free throw line, overcoming a 20 rebound advantage for Mansfield Senior, who had 22 on the offensive glass. And as you mentioned, Joe, that more than kept him in the game, because the second chance points, 15-9 in favor of the Tigers.
Yeah, and it was a lot worse than that early in the first half. So that's, I mean, you're still going to try to go to correct. So when they go into practice tomorrow, not that they're going to do a lot of rebounding drills, but I'm sure as they start the discussion of whoever they're going to play, the winner of this second game, is that they're going to emphasize, hey, we have got to do a much better job of rebounding the ball at the defensive end and finishing possessions, because that's going to be crucial if they're going to try to continue to advance in the tournament.
So Kyevi Roane tonight, a game-high 18 points, huge double-double as he grabbed 12 rebounds as well. 7 of those on the offensive side of things. So he was a stud. We knew that coming into the game. DJ Corbin, 13 points as well. The 2 Tigers in double figures tonight.
Yeah, and Kyevi Roane was outstanding. Really did everything he could to help this Tiger team win. And really it took a team effort on the part of the Whippets, as they had different guys guarding him all night. From Isaiah Ramsey to Bryson Baker, and then at the end was Casey Lance.
Right.
And I think Lance's length maybe hurt him a little bit, because he wasn't able to get, all the way to the lane against Ramsey in the first half. He was able to get that shoulder into him and is strong enough and about the same size and shoot over top. With Casey Lance, it's going to be difficult to shoot over. Well, we think he could be about 6'6", 6'7" now.
He might be, 6'8" by the end of the night.
Yeah.
So the kid just keeps growing, and so do the wins for Shelby as they continue their winning streak, 16 in a row. Now for the Whippets, the hottest team in the state of Ohio in Division II. We'll see him back here inside the Joe Arena on Saturday to take on the winner of the second half of our doubleheader. Lexington and Willard in the building, waiting for that horn so they can get out here and warm up as we continue to wait for our most valuable player. And I believe he's waiting in the wings. So we're going to step aside. We'll take one last commercial timeout, and we will be back. Isaiah Ramsey joins us to break down how the contest went through his eyes as the Whippets continue their season into the weekend.
Welcome to Richland County's first artificial intelligence ATM. And if you car dance to the song you're listening to now, I will give you $50. See, that's something an ATM can never do.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Oh, we're serious.
Gosh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. We hope your day is a little bit better today.
Yes, thank you.
We are back now with our most valuable player presented by Panchos Tacos. We've got Isaiah Ramsey, the senior forward from Shelby, hanging out with me. And I want to start at the very end of the game. You needed 2 clutch free throws to really ice the thing.
Yep.
So just that moment, nobody's at the free throw line for your boys. Just what was that experience like? And then also to knock them both down.
I mean, I know it doesn't seem like much, but having my teammates at the line when I shoot means a lot. And, you know, you're talking to me and they're like, you know, just take your time. But, I mean, we work on pressure free throws and free throws when we're tired every single day. So that was nothing new. If any of our guys could have went up and made both of them. So that's nothing new to us. And, you know, we're all coachable. And I think Coach Gallo does a great job getting us prepared for these moments.
You guys have seldom trailed during this win streak. We saw you come back from big down at Pleasant. You trailed by 9 several times here tonight. What did it take for you guys to grit it out, overcome the Tigers, and then take command in that fourth quarter?
You know, in first half, I mean, Alex was in foul trouble, and we got hit with adversity really quick. And, I mean, we got the halftime speech that it's win or go home. I mean, if we lose, we're going home, and everything's on the line right now. And the big difference was we were able to handle pressure in the second half, and that's what really got us through it. And we were able to get some offensive rebounds, which was big because we couldn't do that in the first half. And that's what really made the game difference right there.
It felt like you guys didn't play your best basketball, but you were still able to win, get by with that talented senior class that you have. So knowing that you can still get it done despite having your best stuff, how does that feel moving on to Saturday's championship game?
I mean, it definitely gives us a little bit of confidence, but that can't happen on Saturday.
Sure.
You know, if we have a second half performance, both halves against, you know, whoever we play, I think I'd take us against anyone. I take us against anyone anyways, but you know, if we play like we did the second half and have that 9-point, 8-point comeback, I feel really confident.
Well, you don't have a whole lot of time to celebrate or rest before you get into Saturday's championship game, but this is a district final. It's kind of avoided you guys the last couple of years, so just the opportunity to get to play in that, what does that mean to you in your senior season?
It means a lot. I mean, after we lost last year, you know, the next day we were all in the weight room and we were all, you know, shooting and stuff, and we were ready for a moment like this, and, you know, we're not going to take anything for granted. And like you said, I mean, celebrate tonight.
That's
wake
right.
up with a new mindset in the morning.
Well, it was an awesome atmosphere as well. If you could just comment on that, because it was standing room only in here.
Yeah.
They were beyond 2,500 in the building tonight.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Mansfield and Shelby, I mean, credit to both communities. Everyone came out and supported. And, I mean, I love seeing Mansfield have a community like that to come and support them, as well as, you know, Shelby, a great community right here. And, you know, I'm just so glad I live in a city like Shelby and have the support I do.
Well, congratulations on a big win tonight. Go ahead, give your shout-outs.
Shout out to my family, my friends, my teammates, and my coaches.
All right, Isaiah Ramsey moving on to Saturday's championship game, your Panchos Tacos MVP.
More than Crown, we are the real people behind Crown CDJR of Dublin. Every member of our sales team is dedicated to providing you an excellent customer experience.
Find the right vehicle for you and your lifestyle is a Crown Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram today, the better way to buy.
Welcome you back quickly here on our Site Solutions post-game show after an awesome game between number 1 Shelby and number 5 Mansfield Senior. But the scene in here now is all set for matchup number 2. So we are going to sign out, and we will see you back here in a couple of minutes for Lexington versus Willard. Several big shout-outs first to my good friends over at CAROTHERS Pest Control, a big supporter of Shelby Sports. WAKELEY'S Air Duct Cleaning, the best in the game here in the area. Give Jeff and them a call to check out your air ducts. They'll be cleaner than they've ever been. Site Solutions, call up Dan. Make sure that he gets you hooked up with the IT that you need. Along with Buckeye Horizon, the great team over there, Mark and Jonah Albert, great people, and even better products. Mechanics Bank, Christy Lord and the gang, they do it better than anybody in the area. Crown Dublin as well. What a selection they have. Over 600 cars on the lot right now. Check them out online. And Panchos Tacos, Margarita, Alejandro and the gang over there. I wish that I could get out right now for a margarita. Maybe you can and watch the second game tonight. For my awesome crew, Jory Hollenbeck, Brandon Powell, Adam Thompson, and Joe Balogh. I'm Brian Skowronski saying so long for now. We'll see you in a couple more minutes.